Sivaya Nama Thiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on Thiruppaatu. We are continuing with the 17th Thiruppadigam, which belongs to the place called Thirunavalur, and we are in the 7th verse right now. Let's look at this song. தாயவளாய் தந்தையாகி சாதல் பிறத்தல் இன்றி போயகலாமை தன் பொன்னடிக்கு என்னை பொருந்த வைத்த வேயவனார் வண்ணை நல்லூரில் வைத்தென்னை ஆளும் கொண்ட நாயகனார் கிடமாவது நம் திருநாவலூரே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். This particular phrase or verse also comes in as an autobiography of Nambi Aroorar, who says that Lord Shiva took him or enslaved him, right? So he is actually resonating the same pointer in this particular verse as well. But he also has a very interesting starting of this particular verse. If you look at it, he depicts Lord Shiva as mum and dad. This is not new. Obviously, we are aware of this, right? When you look at all our Saiva Siddhanta text as well as our Thirumurais, you will be able to see this kind of representation in a lot of places, especially when you talk about first Thirumurai, Thiruvalivalam, Thiruppadigam. Also in that, our Kari Pilayar would have represented as mum and dad. Same ways Upper Peruman, same ways Manika Vasagar. You'll be able to see a lot of references for this particular phrase because it is not new in our context. We usually see Lord Shiva as our mum and dad. Reason being, when you talk about mum, she's full of love. Can we equate Lord's love with our mother's love? Probably not. But when you look at mother's love, it's something that we are able to see, witness, feel as of now. But when you talk about Lord Shiva's love, it is beyond that, but we are not able to relate with that because there is no form. Same ways when you talk about a dad, the responsibility of a dad is to ensure that the kids are disciplined enough. The main responsibility is to discipline us. That is why that's what a dad's responsibility is all about. To be a very responsible citizen in this planet, the main responsibility goes to the father. So what does Lord Shiva do? He's a mum, also he's a dad. Mum in the sense, he forgives our mistake and at the same time he shows unconditional love. And as a dad, he's there to correct us when we are making a mistake and also punishing us as much as we can take on, and he's guiding us to the next step. That is what as Guru, he is also able to guide us through. And also Nambi Aroorar says Lord Shiva is like my mum and dad. Not only that, he is also he is the one who also brought me out of the vicious cycle of this birth and death. I'm not going to be born again, I'm not going to be dead again. The reason is I'm out of this vicious cycle and Lord Shiva had already brought me out of it. And also in the second line, sentence, Nambi Aroorar beautifully says that, you know what, I've already achieved realization, which means Lord Shiva has kept me under his lotus feet. If you look at it, that is something that all Saivites are always longing for. We are yearning for it because our end goal, end objective, our end target is to just stay put peacefully under Lord Shiva's feet. And that is what is represented in the second line, and he says that I've already achieved it. Now the next question we may have in mind is, since he has already achieved realization, then why was he still there in the planet? Simple reason is Lord Shiva, even though he was able to see that, you know, our saints were in a state of self-realized approach and they were ready to leave this plane, because of the grace Lord Shiva had on us, people like us, he wanted to guide us properly. That is the reason he made the saints stay for a while and sing all these padigams, and once all the padigams were over, after that Lord Shiva took them off this planet. So the reason why they were going through this suffering is because of a goodwill, because of the good intention that we must also achieve self-realization. If we think about it, right, obviously we will have tears in our eyes. You see, if we want to relate with our life today, right, someone who's already achieved a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire position, yet he stays in a very remote place without even the basic amenities, just for the sake of the people there. What kind of sacrifice that should have been, right? Honestly, our saints went through that kind of a sacrifice. Even though they were ready to leave this plane, they stay put only for us, our sake. So that gratitude should be there in our mind whenever we think about it. Now the third line goes as, he says that Lord Shiva was found, this particular sanctum, the Shivlinga, was found beneath the bushes of bamboo. And later, some of the kings who restored this Shivlinga into this temple, and then after that they reconstructed and built in the temples and all these, we are able to see a lot of scriptures related to that, and we are able to see proofs for that also. Anyways, whatever it is, one thing is for sure, Lord Shiva is within bamboo bushes. When you say bamboo bushes, if you look at the characteristic of a bamboo, the bamboo will look very macho outside, but when you look at inside, it's like hollow. Similar to that, outside, whatever we are, as in this particular skin, this particular body, whatever we are, it doesn't matter. It is just going to be just gone into ashes after a few years, but what is inside is more important. We have to be as hollow as possible, just surrender ourselves to Lord Shiva, and that is what he wants, and that is depicted as Veyavanar. And next is, Nambi Arora also writes as an autobiography here to say, Lord Shiva took me as his disciple, he enslaved me, and he had taken total control of me, and I am a slave of him. That kind of our leader, our hero, he is the one who stays in Navalur. Such a beautiful verse. There's a lot of inner meaning to it. All we have to do is just start realizing it, right? So we have to just most of the time just resonate with this, try to comprehend the inner meaning which is unsaid and unsung, and only Lord Shiva can make sure that we are understanding the inner meaning of it. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama, Thiruchitrambalam.